Hello there. This is Obi-Wan, the right Obi-Wan, the Dark Obi-Wan, and this is Most Things Kenobi. I have a bad feeling about this.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Most Things Kenobi, a podcast about Obi-Wan Kenobi and all things Star Wars. I'm your host, Lauren.
And I'm your host, Leanne.
Hello there, and I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi, or James Arnold Taylor, the third and fourth hosts. You've got James,
That's true.
and you've got Obi-Wan. But Obi-Wan should be third, though. He shouldn't be fourth. He shouldn't go after James. No, I agree, Obi-Wan. You're right. You should get top billing. Thank you very much, James. That's very kind.
We'll just step aside. You two just take it from
Yeah,
here.
you two take as much time as you need. Welcome back.
It's great to be back. It's been far too long.
It has.
I think it's been quite a while. Now, the last time, though, I think I was more so on, we did a chat with all of your patrons, and I came on that. That was probably the last time we were all together. But, Lauren, we've seen each other at cons, right? A con or two.
No, I was trying to see if you'd be anywhere in my peripheral area, and there wasn't really up here in the chilly northern states up in the Midwest.
Well, I'll be in Columbus, Ohio in a week.
Oh, really?
But I'll be in San Francisco in a couple days. Yeah.
Oh,
Nice. I love San Francisco.
very nice.
I've not been in a very long time. Now, I used to live up in that area when I was a kid, but I've not been, and it's a fan expo. It's a big show. And Matt, the chosen one, will be there. Ashley, Padme, Kat Tabor will be there.
Oh, nice.
Kat, have you had Catherine Tabor on your show?
No, you're the only one we've had, and we had Beth Revis, who is a writer, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to see, because Kat would be great. Yeah.
Oh, we would love.
Vouch for us, please.
I mean,
I will.
Put in a few good words.
I will. Done and done. So we will all be together. And then Nika Ventress will be there as well.
Oh, great.
Fantastic. Oh my gosh.
I love her. She's so talented. Oh my
What
goodness.
a great lineup. I got to get to one of these soon.
Have you ever been to one?
I've been to to Celebration, and that's when I was scheduled to meet all of you guys with Lauren, and then it was the weird double booking.
You live too far away, Leanne. You're out and
it's just me and nature up here in the mountains.
So we did, and I know we're just jumping in. I hope that's okay. But so we did 20 cons this year. This will be the 20. Well, these last two will be, I think, 20. And so there's a lot. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be doing as many next year. There are a few already in the books, and we'll announce them, but I can't say anything yet.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
But
It must be, honestly, it must be so exhausting because it's not just the meeting people and answering the same question 6 million times, but you're traveling, and that's very exhausting on the body to travel. And
it is.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I've always been curious about that. How do you keep your energy up?
Oh, and I don't drink coffee. I'm not a caffeine person. So I
need to know your secrets.
So here's the whole thing. So we leave on Thanksgiving. So I don't know if that gives away too much information for everybody as to when you guys are recording and such, but we're a few days away from Thanksgiving right now. And we will be flying out on Thanksgiving, my wife and I. And it's because it's the least crowded day, actually, too. And my daughter is now, a big shot, lives on her own, has her own place and has a job and full time.
Nice.
So she's working on the holiday. So she's like, well, I won't be able to come over anyways. And so we said, well, then we're going to go to a Comic-Con. And and so we're going to fly out, and then the show starts on Friday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we fly home Monday, and then we stay home. We get home Monday, and then we're home Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday we fly to Columbus, and we do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, fly home Sunday for that one. So
amazing.
So do you just not speak out loud for a couple of days afterwards?
Sometimes, yeah. And if there's a job in between where I have to have a certain voice or whatever, it's tricky. Like sometimes I do Justin Timberlake's doubling for things for Trolls for Branch.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
did you know that? Yeah.
I think I knew that.
He's way more up on stuff than I am, but that's really cool. I didn't know that.
So Justin Timberlake's voice is just much cooler than mine, but it's right about there. It's pretty similar. And one time after a big thing of shows, it seemed like every time after I did the show, I had to do his voice, and I was like, "This is really hard," because then you end up sounding like this after a show.
Is there any downtime? Do you really have to kind of rest the voice?
Yeah, I do. And my wife and I both know a little bit of sign language, and we've forgive me if I'm repeating myself on this, but so when I rest my voice, we can communicate at least with sign language.
Very
That's
nice.
kind of amazing, actually.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's fun. It's a great language. It's actually a beautiful language. Now, we had years ago, we had two neighbors that were deaf. And so we learned as much as we could so we could all communicate.
That's nice.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But the whole thing, so what I do is, okay, so today is Monday. I leave Thursday. So Wednesday is, to answer your question, I'll go to my doctor's office, and they give me an IV drip of vitamins and glutathione and all the good stuff there. And I do that for like, a half hour it takes. And they say I have very good veins.
Oh, that's good. That's actually a good thing.
Normally it takes people like 45 minutes. It takes me a half an hour. So,
well.
Yeah. Just remember that. No, and then, so I'll do that. And then I will go to the physical therapist. I go tomorrow, and they will do what they call dry needling. Have you ever heard of dry needling?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I have had it.
Have you had it?
I had it last year.
Oh, boy.
It's a special experience.
I have it done in my neck and up near my ears.
Oh, wow.
When I fly, I have bad ears. And so when I fly, they just, what I have very thin eardrums. I was told this as a kid. So sometimes they won't pop when I'm flying. When you go to kind of make them pop, they won't. So if I do the dry needling, it helps.
Amazing.
Oh, wow. How interesting.
See, these are the behind the scenes things you don't get.
I mean, it's fascinating though.
It is because we don't get a look into this.
Right. It just seems like instead I show up and I'm like, hello there. That's it. And, but no, there's all this. There's a lot of needles involved, I guess,
So when Reiko Hardin happened, how many needles were needed to go completely bald and hairless?
That was the best ever.
That's a different dry needling.
They haven't done a action figure of him though, have they?
If they haven't, they should, because he's awesome.
They should have, right? I would like a pop.
I mean, I remember burning the hair off of my Barbies as a child. Does that count as removing the hair?
Yeah, we would do. So back in my day when I was a kid, G.I. Joe were actually like the size of Barbie.
Yeah.
And they had this peach fuzz hair, and we would shave it off of them too. It was just like,
It never grows back.
No, that it doesn't.
But I had a toy called the Fuzzy Pumper Barber Shop, and it was a Play-Doh thing, and you filled the little people with Play-Doh, and you sat them on the little barber chair, and then you cranked the thing, and then hair grew out. And it was
Play-Doh. So this is the Fuzzy, say that again?
Fuzzy Pumper Barber Shop.
This is my new username.
The Fuzzy Pumper Barber Shop. I had that, and I had the Snoopy snow cone machine, and that was the greatest thing ever.
I love snow cones.
You put ice in it. It looked like Snoopy's doghouse.
Yeah.
And then there was a little center where the entry was. There was actually instead this little thing where you put ice cubes in the top and you push down and then you crank. Both of them were cranking. I liked a lot of cranking toys.
The cranking toy.
Yeah.
And then you made a snow cone, and then you set the cup there and you caught all the ice, and then you put in the flavors and everything.
What was your favorite flavor?
Cherry.
Can't go wrong.
Red's not my color.
No.
But back then they didn't have a blue.
Disagree.
Okay.
Hard disagree.
Yes, because that's what started this. That's why I'm here. I think I know where you're going.
I know. That's what started all this.
We're so predictable.
We are very partial to the non-traditional Obi-Wan outfits.
Well, he had the Hawaiian print shirt for vacation.
Fan favorite.
That was great. One of the artist who does all of our artwork, she actually did a version of that art, and it's fantastic. And we've all talked about getting those Hawaiian shirts made so that we can wear them at like celebration or
to celebration together.
That's great. Okay.
You won't be able to miss us.
If you do though, I got to get one too, and then we'll all be together. That would be fun.
From Most Things
Okay.
Kenobi.
I'm a size small. But yeah.
Very good.
People always, so everybody sends me t-shirts and stuff and they always give me medium. And I think they're trying to be polite. And I'm like, no, I'm tiny. I'm like Seth Green and we see eye to eye, it's like, and so people always go, oh, I got you a medium. I'm like, well, that's just going to look like
a
giant
big, potato sack.
A flag.
Yeah.
It's like a safe bet, run of the mill, right down the middle. But, it's just hard to know other people's sizes.
Unless you go to the boys department at like Macy's or something, then you can get me a large. And then I feel pretty good about myself.
Okay.
Just like rip right through it.
I'm secretly over here just keeping all these notes so that when you do get the Hawaiian shirt, and it's no joke, it's the correct size.
But so Dark Obi-Wan is where I thought we were going though too, with the red.
Yes, that's where we're going. So we got to know.
You finally voiced it.
You finally did it.
When I can finally talk about it. That was the other thing is so what happens with all of these, any Star Wars stuff generally, it's way in advance, especially the animated stuff. We record and then it takes at least 6 months, but it was well over a year that I think I had first recorded.
Wow.
And then they had me back in and I did a couple more things, little, for fights or what have you, I think. And I think they changed one of the lines or two. There was a couple of lines that changed. And so now, but the scene is like, it's you blink and it's gone.
That's what we said.
Yeah.
That's what we said.
We were bummed out. Someone sent us the whole, we thought it was just a teaser and it turned out to be the entire sequence. And I was like, wait, I thought he comes back more.
Honestly, that scene ended and I said, okay, we'll get it back. Cause I honestly thought that Maul, like Happy Maul and evil Obi-Wan would meet and it would be like a clash of the opposite worlds meet. And that didn't happen. And that was where I was very disappointed because I think Dark Obi-Wan and Happy Maul is something we'll never see again.
Unless, they've got to see, I will make sure that they listen to this then, right? Because they got to hear that. It's so true because I was assuming when I read it that I was going to come back later. I thought, oh, this is just one scene. Sometimes they'll do that. They'll go, we're just going to have you do one scene for now. And we haven't finished writing. And I'm like, okay, well, he's got to come back because this is amazing. And then he didn't. And then when I had the second session with them, it was just finessing some of the lines. I'm like, but wait, isn't there more? Aww. So I was very sad. Or was I?
It's hard to it was so good though. And I just wanted more and we always want more.
That's our complaint. Yeah.
The perfect sass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's our one little opportunity because, of course, we agree with you that there's really no reasonable way that Obi-Wan would ever really turn to the dark side. So it would have to be some sort of what if or a Lego movie and
some safe ground.
Although, Matt Lanter and I have been trying to get them to do a what if for a long time. Because we always get asked this question when we go to the cons and we do our panels and everybody says, what would you guys like? And we say a what if. And, Matt usually is like, what if Padme and Anakin got married? It was like happily married and stayed and all of that. And Obi-Wan was, like the annoying neighbor, on the other side of the fence. And, but then also like the real way of doing it too would be fascinating too, to dive deep into the actual stuff of what if he could have saved him, what if when the high ground came, he didn't try it, what if all those different things. But Matt always likes to say that he goes, oh, but what if the high ground didn't work? That's the one I go, well.
Have you guys ever answered that question?
The thing is Matt, I think I've told you this before. He lives down the street from me, but he lives up on a hill and he has the high ground. So that's always his answer. He's always like, I do have the high ground. So and I'm like, oh, Obi-Wan is not happy.
But in canon, Obi-Wan did beat Darth Vader a couple of times, every time.
Many times at this point.
So how was that for all of you then, watching Kenobi? I know you're watching through it. I don't know.
Oh, we've all seen it. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so it's no big deal. That, for me, when I first saw that, though, I thought that I was a little worried that that's going to take away from, A New Hope and that meeting.
Yeah.
And, it's tricky because it's the fight you want to see, but at the same time, it's weird then, when they say we meet again and all that. So it's
Yeah.
tying all those pieces together. How do you all fare with that? Do you enjoy it? Do you like it? Do you think it was great? Should, it happen again if they do? I'm guessing they're going to do another season. Did they already say they're doing
They
another?
keep
I don't know.
denying it so
Oh,
far.
okay. I know nothing. I mean, I know
Put it on the
absolutely
books. He
nothing.
knows nothing.
Yeah,
uh,
it's sad.
I'm I feel like we kind of talked about this recently when we were discussing the Ben Solo movie that got kind of squashed.
Yeah.
That Star Wars recontextualizes itself every time they release something new.
Mm,
And I just kind of take everything as compartmentalized now. So,
yeah.
yeah, it recontextualizes A New Hope so much that I kind of have to just put a wall up there and then
Yeah.
take A New Hope as its own thing. Same thing with like
mhm.
Andor and Rogue One. It's just totally changed a lot of how I saw that movie. And
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
it's not necessarily always a bad thing, but
Yeah.
it's getting hard to keep track of it
that.
all. And
Mhm.
Yeah, and I can't remember if I shared with y'all before when because I did voices in Rogue One and
Yeah.
such. Did
Yep.
I tell
yeah,
you about
You
that
did.
when we did that? And when we saw that end moment with Darth Vader and all that, and I thought that at the time, I thought, now I can't wait to see them together and how that plays out. And it is really interesting, isn't it? What it does.
yeah, it's long form. When we had someone ask us recently what our thoughts were on when Obi-Wan in A New Hope, when he says to Vader, if you strike me down, I'll become more powerful than you can imagine. What did that mean when that movie first came out?
Yeah.
They had no
Yeah,
plans for a second movie at the time. They hoped, but it wasn't finalized yet. And it's
yeah.
it's a good
And there
question.
was no Force Ghost at that moment either.
We kind of
Exactly.
tossed this around. We didn't know if you take it into consideration that there was no second and third movie in a trilogy and it was its own entity, kind of a
Yeah.
throwaway line. But then if you put in the Force Ghost influence and that sort of thing, it kind of ropes it into a little bit better. There's a lot of wiggle room in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. It is wild. Well, it's also like now when you watch it, and I think we've talked about this before though, but when he's in the desert with Luke and he says, "No, that's a name I've not heard in a long
Right.
time."
Right.
And
Yeah.
you go, but Alec Guinness did so much. He gave us so much that I've seen people's videos that they've made where it's like these
Yes.
flashbacks just off of those looks and all this stuff. So yeah, I love the one actually. It was done years ago. I think like a Japanese animator did it, or not a film company where they did the fight scene with Vader and
Oh
Kenobi,
yeah.
Yes.
expand like if it was modern, and the
Yeah.
battle is so much bigger, and I
It
really
was
dig
crazy.
that. I think it's cool. And then like when he does, because that's the other thing is Obi-Wan goes away, right? As the saber goes
Yeah.
through, goes away. So what did he know that I mean. I guess
Yeah.
when Yoda disappears, it was to infer that it was the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, it's like an instantaneous joining of the force. As a little kid,
Yeah.
I just was like, where he just
Right.
disappeared
Right.
into a pile of robes. I was so
Yeah.
confused as a little kid.
And it is funny if you think about it that Vader like steps
Oh
on it.
yeah. Yeah. No,
Like
he's just making sure.
he's not hiding in
Yeah,
there, is he?
there's nothing left. Okay, we're
Yeah,
good.
he's this tall.
Is there a trap
Yeah.
door? That he
I saw a meme the other day about the scene with Yoda where he dies, where as a parent, you understand this scene with Yoda when your
Mm.
child asks you so many questions, you just decide to die rather than answer all the questions.
I'm too tired for this. Like, and that's it.
Yeah.
I have to say, with the Obi-Wan and the Kenobi series, the final fight, and then you fast forward to like A New Hope, I was okay with it. I have more of a
Yeah.
problem since we were again talking about the changes that come with Star Wars
Mhm.
sometimes. I have more of a
Yes.
problem with the undermining of Darth Vader's sacrifice when he threw Palpatine down the shaft. And then in the sequel trilogy, Palpatine returns, as we all know. And so mine's on
Yeah.
the other side of that because I don't want Palpatine to return because Anakin returned in that moment. And it's
Yeah.
like,
That's I I agree. I mean, look, if I'm going to be really brutally honest, I was brutally honest with the movies when they came out, and I was in all of them. I did voices in all
Mm-hmm.
of them, but like with Force Awakens and stuff, I felt like I didn't like Han Solo getting killed. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care what Harrison Ford
Mm-hmm.
wants. Don't kill Han
It's Han
Solo.
Solo.
And
Yeah.
and don't bring the Emperor back like that. If you want to get Ian McDiarmid to come back, fine. But don't have it be the Emperor like that. Because I agree. I think it does take away. Well, Return of the Jedi is a magical ending. And I was a little kid when it came
Mm-hmm.
out, and that was the happily ever after. And then we cut forward and you go, oh, so none of it mattered? It's like, oh, wah, wah. That
Yeah.
part is hard.
Otherwise, it's just
Yeah.
two
But
geriatrics having a fight in a hallway in A New Hope. You know what I mean? But the thing is, it's fine. They're slower. Yeah,
eh,
exactly.
stop
We've
it.
all been there.
My shoulder.
Oh, my back, my
I mean, I
back.
feel that now. But how cool is it when Obi-Wan in A New Hope looks over and he sees Leia and Luke? And now that we have little Leia in the Kenobi series, he sees them both and he's like,
Yeah.
okay, my job here is done. And then that moment happens, but he gives that little smile, that little Obi-Wan smirk that he knows.
Oh, it's magic.
It's so great. Like now he sees them
Yeah.
together.
I've never thought of that.
Really?
You made Obi-Wan Kenobi think of something. How
Me?
beautiful is
It's
that? You're
beautiful.
so right. It's fantastic.
And now that we have little Leia and some backstory and the beautiful moments they had together when he tells them about her mother and her father. And oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we were thinking he's just looking at Luke, really.
No, but now we know.
Well, now I've kind of hijacked everything as I do, but is there anything you want to ask me specifically before, so you don't go, oh, I didn't get to ask that. Is there anything,
We have a document.
at
We'll
all?
always have,
Yeah,
we
we have
do, but we'll always have questions afterwards. And we're
Okay.
like, darn it, we got to ask James next time.
I love this question. Lauren comes up with most of this, but I read through these, and this is the one that really grabbed my attention that I'd love to know from you. Since I already mentioned like Happy Mall and Dark Obi-Wan, have you noticed when Obi-Wan duels with Maul? And we've talked about this a lot of times on different episodes of the show, that Obi-Wan kind of loses it a little bit. He gets sloppy. He
Mm,
kind of
mm.
gets.
Oh, well, yeah, I saw a clip of that where you were talking about
Did
that,
you?
where-
Oh,
So
yeah.
it,
Yeah, we were saying that his only trait as a Sith is that he becomes a sloppy
Yeah,
fighter. 'Cause
yeah,
he's just-
but
that's not what would really happen. But
You stop that right now. Getting
Exactly.
very
like,
frustrated.
wow, that's the worst we get. Here we have Anakin over here who's just like hot mess express, and
Yeah.
Obi-Wan kind of gets a little sloppy and loses it, growls.
He goes,
Yeah, that's about it. But in your opinion, James, if you could sum it up,
Mhm.
when you're performing that, is there like a mindset that you go into that is Obi-Wan's at the time? Could you describe that? Like, what do
Yeah.
you think Obi-Wan's going through emotionally
that's-
when he's dealing with Maul?
That's a great question. It really is. Because, the other thing is I know that so many people would say, oh, it's just an animated series. So you're just voice actors. You're probably not kind of part of that whole thing. But so much of it does come from that. For one, as I've said before, they always had cameras on us. And you do, as an actor, you just go there. And really very much so. And so when you would hear those little grunts and groans, it would be,
Yeah.
I'm reading the stage direction of what's happening in the battle. And Dave Filoni might say, okay, so now he's really he's getting the best of him, and he's kind of frustrated. And so I'll be like, and you do
Yeah.
that. And so I would be making these expressions, and I kind of wonder sometimes, it's like they saw it in me, and then they put it out there on Obi-Wan. And I think it made sense too, because it's the one place there is deeper, darker passion, anger, whatever inside him than anyone else, right? Than
Yeah.
Maul. Because Qui-Gon and, Satine later, but, it's a deep-rooted thing. So I would go there, very much so, when we would record those things. And so then it would come out. I think most of the time they would take the sounds that we did so the way it would work is we would record, then they animate to what we've done. And then sometimes they would come back with ADR, automatic dialogue replacement, where you're watching it and then reacting. So like if I was watching the scene, I might be, yeah, like that. But I think most of the ones with Maul like that, I think it was probably taken from Sam and I, just yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
and him doing his thing,
Yeah.
and so it was in the moment. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, absolutely, you're right.
Sam is so good as Maul, right? Is he?
Oh, he's so bad.
I don't know if this is fair for me to ask. Is he a little intimidating when he's doing Maul? Do you feel? I don't know. I would be, but I'm not a
Yeah,
voice actor,
he,
actress.
where it was the most was when it was him and Clancy together, Clancy
Mm.
Brown
Mm.
as Savage Opress. The two of them would be, Dave would put them both together, which is unique because usually, like Matt and I, sometimes we would be together too, but usually the people that have the most lines together, they separate in the room because they don't want bleed on the microphone.
Mhm.
But I think he felt it was better, I mean, they had control of it enough and they felt that they always got a better reaction when Matt and I were next to each other. And then it was the same with Sam and
Mm.
Clancy. And I do remember at times we'd be like, oh, that's the dark side of the room over there. Don't, don't go over there.
You just glance up and see it getting too
Yeah,
real over there.
yes.
Yeah. Like you're glad you're wearing headphones because when he is doing that stuff, if you weren't, your ears would like blow out because he is and
Oh,
he's
Yeah.
screaming because the headphones at least kind of protect your ears a little from it because you can control your volume. And but yeah, I remember there were times where he, I mean, he's working up a sweat doing that,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic to watch, but it is intense for
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
We're really, really holding out hope that you'll be in the mall show. I know you probably can't say anything if you are, but I heard today somebody sent me a video of Sam saying that he has unfinished business with someone specific. And I was like, we all know
Well,
who
it
that
has to be.
is.
I know nothing about the show. All I know is, Sam and I are at some Comic Cons together, and he says they're having fun.
That's great. That's
That's
good.
good.
All right.
It would be wonderful.
I think the dynamic between
Yeah.
Maul and Obi-Wan is fascinating on so many levels.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
Really deep-seated stuff there, especially on Maul's end.
Well, I remember so much when we were in season 4. Did he return in season 4?
I think it's
No,
4.
he came back in season 4, and
Yeah.
it's and it can't be when he says it can't be. Those moments. I remember all that going like, wow, this is going to be really something for the ages. This is all those little moments throughout those next few
Yeah.
seasons. But the best, everybody comes to the table at a Comic Con and they say, "What's your favorite episode?" And or when we do the panels, and I'd still say the Lawless with Sam and Anna, and it was awfully mean. I've shared that before, but because I did
Yeah.
not know what was going to happen. But
Mm.
yeah,
That's so
yeah, I did
sad.
not. We got the script right then, so
I know. In the season 2, when they introduced the Duchess, I'm like, well, she's not in any of the other
We knew
stuff.
what was
So
coming eventually. If she's not in
I know.
later,
although everybody did that with Ahsoka, right? So
It's true. Yeah. And apparently, you can die and come back. So let's
see
just
that.
do that.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Everyone but Qui-Gon can get stabbed.
Everyone but Qui-Gon. This is my platform. This is
Well,
my
But Qui-Gon and Satine, she didn't come back. One of the big complaints we have is that they don't reference Satine
Yes.
in like the Kenobi series in particular, which is
I was actually really surprised by that. Really surprised.
Well, they didn't reference Ahsoka
Yeah.
either.
yeah, either one.
No, I was very surprised by that, and I thought, gosh, because I thought for certain they would. You get Kate Blanchett, and there you go, you're done.
Yeah.
Very easy.
And that was because that was always it. I'm doing Ewan McGregor's voice, and Anna always said she was just thinking of Kate Blanchett
Yeah.
in her head.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
She has that voice and that wonderful
Yeah.
way of doing it, and it's just, yeah. So I'm surprised. So I don't know if that, it's curious to see what they will do with it. I would love to see more of it. I'm a fan like anybody else, I guess. So,
Yeah. Speaking of Satine, have you noticed that Corky looks just like you?
I don't know what you're talking about. You can try. It is probably one of the top questions I get at Comic Cons.
I bet.
Yeah. And I mean, I
you can't answer.
no
It's
idea.
just
I can't because they, and Dave would never give me his real opinion of it, I'm sure, because then he knows. Well, see, I'm like Superman. I can't tell a lie. So it's really like, so people will go, like, they'll come up to me, and if it's, Ratchet and Clank, which is a video game series I play Ratchet, or it's Star Wars or whatever. And they'll say, are you doing this? And I'll go, no. And they'll say, okay. And I say, now, if I say no, you have to know I'm like Superman. I can't tell a lie. So if I say no, I mean no. But if you ask me something and I go, oh, yeah, well, no, that's, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Then you know that I'm trying to be Superman, but maybe I'm Clark Kent.
Okay, so now we know how to decode all your answers.
Yes,
now.
that's right. That's right. There's your code book. Although I will say no, as far as I know, I've not been part of the mall series. No.
Okay, well, there's still time, maybe.
Yes, there is, right? Who knows?
One of our most popular episodes is Corky, a Kenobi, and we recorded it. It was one of our first episodes, and it's still one of our top rated
people are always
episodes.
wondering what people think. They want it to be true.
They want it to be true so badly.
I think the roughest part is let's just say it's true for a moment, okay? Then Obi-Wan's still around, but Satine isn't.
Right.
So it's not like you could have this wonderful kind of Thanksgiving family gathering later or anything, Although it would be interesting if he visited Tatooine or something, right? See, I can play like any other fan. It's just like these things would be really interesting, within the timelines and stuff.
We do these headcanons. We have them all the time. We discuss these all the time.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite headcanon by chance for Obi-Wan?
I just really still want them to bring Anna and I back and do the young Obi and Satine story.
Yes.
I just think you just do it like a 3-part animated miniseries, right? We've talked about this before, but it's just so that I think last time I said 6-part.
We can hire a plane to fly a banner over Disney.
There you go. We get a petition going, and we get I don't know how many. And then at every Comic-Con, I go, when people go, can I get your autograph? I go, yes, but I need yours first. Sign my petition. Oh, they would be so angry at me, Yeah, it's like I get the phone calls, then hold for Mr. Filoni, it's like, James, stop it. You can't do that.
I want to know what a phone call with Dave Filoni's like.
Yeah, I've gotten the phone call a few times. Yeah,
because he's like my hero. He's like a hometown hero for me. We're from the same area. We like the same hockey team.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, we go way back.
Are you a hockey fan?
Born and raised a Pittsburgh Penguins fan. Grew up near the town of Pittsburgh.
Now, I was in Pittsburgh this year.
How'd you like it?
Oh, it was good. I was there last year too.
Did you have a good time there? Did you go to a hockey game?
No.
Okay.
So when I go to Comic-Cons, I get on the plane and then I fly to the airport and then they take me in a little car to the hotel. And then they take me in a little bigger car, because then it's me and Ashley and Matt, to the convention center. And then the car brings us back to the hotel. And then we stay there. And then we go back and then forth and back and forth for 3 days. And then they take us back to the hotel or the airport. And then we're gone. And we never get to see anything.
That's a shame.
It is. Although my wife and I walk around.
You guys make really fun videos, though. Behind
the videos of all y'all together, fantastic. Oh,
it's the best. Ashley always goes, "Okay, what should we do this time?" And like, what are we gonna do, guys? We got to top this. Okay, and then she'll get, and I go, "Oh, okay," and then we have to go along with whatever Ashley says.
You're good sports.
I think it's great. I love seeing them.
Her and I actually like to come up with, like, I'm a bit of a goof. I like coming up with ideas too. And Matt is one of the funniest people you ever meet. It's just like my wife. My wife is like an introvert, so quiet, but when she drops a comedy bomb, it's like, it's gold.
I can't wait to meet her at a con. Honestly,
yeah.
I feel so left out. Y'all have all met and stuff, and I'm just up here in the mountains, being in nature and not doing anything.
That sounds actually lovely to me. Now, did you know that Matt Lanter was on Weakest Link? Did you see that?
No, I didn't see.
No.
I don't.
If you have Hulu, you can go to Weakest Link, the celebrity version. They
Yeah.
did a celebrity version of Weakest Link this last season, and look for teen idols or whatever. And
Oh,
they did one with all the from 90210 and Friday Night Lights and all
yeah.
that. And Matt Lanter
How
was on
funny.
there.
I'm gonna have to
And
go see it. I have Hulu. I can watch it tonight.
yeah, I was watching it the other night and texting him and sending him pictures of, his responses
I
and
love
things.
it.
And I'll give this one away. His very first answer he gets wrong.
Oh,
And
Oh
and
no.
he does, and you go like, how could I won't say what it was, but I go like, how could he have gotten that wrong? And
nerves.
my wife goes, I bet he can't see it, he can only hear her because he missed a letter. Like they asked,
Oh,
what
oh,
does,
oh, oh.
Oh.
what do these initials stand for? And
Oh,
and
I
they were
see.
initials that were a sports initials. And I'm like, Matt's a sports guy. There's
Yeah.
no reason he should have got that wrong.
Yeah.
And it was because so Jane Lynch, Janie, I've known Jane for years. She's wonderful. She's the host of it now.
That's
She's
awesome.
like 15 feet away from him, and he's in his thing at his little station, and he's doing his thing, and that's far away. And they don't have it like the audience sees the question up on screens, but the people there don't see them. So he
Oh.
can't read he's not looking at like a prompter or anything. He's just
Mm.
seeing her. And he realized he's like, yeah, after the first one, I went, oh, I got to really focus and concentrate. So
I don't want to be
just
the weakest
know,
link.
Now I
I
know.
say that so when you watch it, know that of course Matt Lanter knew the answer to the first question.
Look at
I have to
Obi-Wan
take care of my
trying to
Anakin.
cover for his boy. He
Yeah.
even here. No, I love it.
Yep.
I have this whole like picture in my head because he lives up the street and he has the high ground that he comes down, to your level and brings a casserole over and like, hey,
Uh-huh.
James, here's the casserole. I feel bad you're below me. Bye. And then he goes up to his,
Yeah.
I don't just
He
have
brings
this.
lasagna
Yeah,
because
that's
it
all.
was just cooking in the molten lava.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he brings it.
But he's got no legs to bring it down on.
He goes, careful, that cheese is like lava. Yeah.
Too soon.
So when we first moved here, and the neighborhood was brand new, and so they were still building places, so there was no house. And right now there's a house between, so I have to go down at the end of a cul-de-sac and then his house. But then it's actually some other friends of mine, and they actually produce movies and stuff, and they live in the house
Nice.
there. And they said, well, you can cut through to go see Anakin if you need to, which is very nice, but I always feel funny doing that. But so at first we had the first snow here, and my daughter was still young, and we have a hill behind us, and she wanted to go down the hill, and Matt had an extra little sled. And so we
Aw.
walked up there. Those are my fond memories of going up to go up the high ground to get the sled from Anakin to take
Kind of nice.
my
That's a
little
nice.
Ahsoka down. So
Aw,
That's a cute story. That's really nice.
that's really sweet.
yeah.
You guys didn't have snow where you lived before, did you?
No, my first time in snow, I was something like I think I was like 48 years old when I first experienced snow.
Wow.
And yeah, so now here we live in Tennessee, and there's snow every year. It's for like 2 days, and then it's gone, which is great.
It's manageable.
And so it's exciting, and nobody knows how to drive in it, which is great because I don't either.
Yeah.
We were just talking about
Yeah.
this with one of
We
our
were.
patrons who lives in South Carolina or
Uh-huh.
North Carolina, I can't remember
North.
which. And
Yep.
she's like, yeah, when it's like 3 inches of snow, everything shuts down. I'm like, nothing shuts down here when there's 6 feet of snow.
No. No.
Crazy.
Yeah,
That is insane.
we get a
Yeah.
ton of snow here and they don't even cancel school. They think it's character building to wade
Yeah.
through 24 inches of snow to get to school here. So
They only canceled classes when I was in college once because it was actual temperature -40 and it was not safe to walk to class.
that's
Oh my
different. That's
word.
cold.
It was very cold. I bought a scarf that came up to my eyeballs and only my eyes were out. I had a hat. It was just, and this isn't even the tundra here. This is just
Wow.
Illinois.
Gives Hoth
Yeah.
a new
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah, we do love Hoth,
Yeah.
Leanne and I.
Oh, I love, and this reminds me, we were going to ask you
Yes.
if you could go to any Star Wars filming location, where would you go?
Oh, see, now I like that because a lot of times we'll get asked, what planet would you go to or whatever.
Sure.
But what
Yeah.
filming location? I
Yeah,
like
filming. Anyone that you could go to, any
Hmm.
era, any media.
Yeah.
Well, I did the fan film Kenobi with my
Oh,
friend
yeah.
That's right.
Jamie Costa, and
Yep.
I played the bad guy in that. And we shot that at Trona Pinnacles in the desert in California, where they actually shot some of Star Wars.
Very nice.
So that
Cool.
was very cool. And that was a bit of a, kind of a neat little thing to check off the list
Yeah.
That's
because we
cool.
actually shot in areas where they shot. So to some degree, I was like, wow, it was like I was there.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. But where would I want to go? Now, I've been also when you go to Lucas, when you would go to the ranch, when we
Mhm.
would go up to Skywalker Ranch and such, and you're driving up in Marin, those trees in that area is where they did Endor, the whole
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
uh, speeder things. I
Yeah.
had an Obi-Wan senior moment. Speeder bike, James, yes. And zipping through. I was picturing Princess Leia.
Yeah.
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 And so I guess to some degree I've been to those, but where would I really want to go? And I've been on the set of The Mandalorian, which is
Oh yeah.
just a giant circle. It is just you're just in a
That's it.
round room, and there's the roof even has camera or screens on it. And that is really weird because they said that people even walk into the walls sometimes.
Oh, I bet.
be
Altered
good.
reality.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah. I think Hoth would be really cool. I mean, well, duh,
I know.
cool.
Right.
Oh, no pun
Oh.
intended. Sassy Obi-Wan. Hoth would be very cool. No, but I like Dagobah. I think the set for Dagobah would be really
yeah.
That would be cool.
Minus
Yeah.
the snakes. I couldn't do
Yeah,
that.
minus the
Well,
snakes.
they're
Snakes. Why
they're
do they have
fake,
to be
right?
snakes?
No, they're not. They're real.
that was where? Really?
Mark
Dagobah,
Hamill
yeah,
actually
that was
got
real
bit by a
snake.
snake. Yeah.
Did we
Mm-mm.
talk about this? We talked about this because we did the whole episode on the cave,
Cave
scene.
scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just tend to like take things out of my brain when I don't like them, like snakes.
Now the thing is when you've been in Star Wars as long as I have, so now I've been in Star Wars for 23 years. I've worked in Star Wars.
Crazy.
And then I grew up with Star Wars. But see, I'm usually the oldest guy in the room, and I know I am now. And so I can always say that I experienced these things when they first came out,
Mhm.
And when that scene in the cave happened as a little kid, your brain like it was different than when kids see it now, I feel like, because
Yeah.
there's so much already they're just exposed to of Star
Mhm,
Wars.
mhm.
And it's not this shocking thing. So how does it hit you, that scene? What does that scene mean to you? How does it hit you? Was it as freaky as it would have been for, how old was I at the time? Gosh, I don't even know.
Well, I remember when, if you see a head roll as a young kid, I'm a little freaked out, but I've always been more into the symbology of stuff. And so I knew it was more than just like a freaky, like, oh, why is Luke's head on the ground in Vader's helmet, And it was fun with Lauren when we got to explore that entire episode and like what it meant to us and what we think it was supposed to mean versus what people took away from it. And I always took it away as you're going to end up here if you don't make the right decisions. And I think that still holds a little bit today, but I mean, seeing a head roll across the floor and then you're looking up at yourself is a little creepy, but I love stuff like that.
Yeah. And also practical, filmmaking back then too. That was just so great because it looked so real, and it wasn't like some fake, it was Mark's face in the helmet,
Shoved up through the floor.
I never got to talk to him about that. I've interviewed him so many times. I should have asked him about that. Like, how was that?
Because it's also, do it?
It's such a look, right?
Yeah. I mean,
the like glassy eye,
and there's like the steam and fog around it, and so it's pretty good. I love it.
The magic of filmmaking. Yeah, that's I like that. I think that you're right. I think it is careful, or you're gonna end up here. I think that that's what we should have taken from it, right? But instead, all of us went, "Oh, it's because he's Vader's son." Right after we knew.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Oh, spoiler alert. Sorry.
Oh, I mean,
haven't seen.
We'll put the
You're
tags
40
on
years
this.
late, guys.
Well, my mother still hasn't seen it.
Oh my gosh.
She was a Star Trekkie, but let me tell you something. She feels bad for Obi-Wan. She thinks he's a very sad man, and she feels bad for him. She thinks he's a very good man. and
Oh,
she's
good.
watching YouTube videos and she's seen Clone Wars episodes. So I'm getting her
Okay.
in, but she hasn't seen any of the original trilogy. So she has all these questions. And so I have to supplement for her, but she's never, spoiler alert, it would work for her because she has never seen it.
Wow.
I know.
That's awesome.
Crazy.
I don't know if I've ever talked about this. You can tell me if I did, but if
Hmm.
not, because I'm thinking about putting this out. So years ago, I had a friend of mine, Joseph Scrimshaw, who's a very talented podcaster and comedian, but he's also a huge Star Wars fan and a very talented writer and a stage writer. I wanted to do a one-man show of Obi-Wan Kenobi telling the story of Star Wars from his certain point of view.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
And
great.
with the
Mhm.
first 6 movies and Clone Wars of that. And I have the script. I've been sitting on it for about 6 years, and I've considered just reading it because I was going to do it where I was going to, hello there, and I come
Yeah.
out and
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
on stage, and then I can age back and forth different versions of Obi-Wan and stuff. And it was going to be a big production. There'd be a lot of animations and things going on. Of course, I would have had to have gotten permission from Lucasfilm, and they never would have given me permission to do
No.
that. But I have the script, and I think I should just read it on my YouTube channel sometime because I
Mm.
think of people like your mom. Then they could
Yeah.
learn Star Wars from that very sad and good man, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
She has tinnitus, so she
Oh
falls
yeah, so
asleep
do
to
I.
audiobooks and
Yeah.
listens to them all day long. So if
Oh,
you
bless
read
her.
anything,
Yeah.
first of all, she loves you because of the show and everything. And the last time you were on the show on our
Yeah.
podcast, she was here and was like
Oh.
waiting in the living room, like, how did it go? She was visiting during that time. So I told her, don't call. We're doing another one. She's like, he's so talented. It's so, but if you
Oh.
read something on YouTube, she would undoubtedly love that because of the tinnitus thing. And she's kind of
Yeah.
in it, she's in Star Wars
Yeah.
now. So,
Oh my goodness. Hello, Leanne's mom. Hello there, Leanne's mom.
oh,
Now, what's her name?
her name's Gina.
Gina. Hello there, Gina. It's Obi-Wan Kenobi. The force is strong with you, my dear. Live long and prosper.
Oh my God, she'll lose it. She will look. Thank you. That was so kind.
That's sweet.
I hope she can hear it. No, crank it up, mother.
Yeah, so I have tinnitus as well from years of, working in
Yeah.
sound and stuff and wearing headphones and things and then too loud of stuff. So I know that feeling that
Oh, you know
sometimes
the
you need things to
feeling.
drown it out. Yeah.
I have it too. It just got bad
Oh,
this last year, and I have to sometimes put headphones on to
I'm
sleep too.
sorry.
It's so loud when you suddenly notice it. You're just like,
Yeah.
oh,
It can be diet can certain things in our diet can aggravate it too. Coffee,
Mhm.
chocolate, things like that can
Yeah.
well,
aggravate
I
it.
can't give up
But
coffee and
I
chocolate,
know,
James.
I
How
know.
could you suggest
I'll
it?
live with the noise.
I'd rather suffer.
So on this similar topic, one of our patrons actually said, would you do a Star Wars audiobook? And if so, which book? That came from our patron Adela.
Oh, hello there, Adela.
We asked them our lovely patrons to submit any questions that we
Yeah.
may want to throw at you. And that was one of them. And since you kind of were on the same vein of
I love your patrons, by the
Reading.
way.
They're
And everybody
wonderful.
watching this needs to become a
you.
patron of yours.
Oh, they're-
Yes. Most things can be.
Thank you.
Because it's a great group. It's a great group of people. And so yeah, we did a Clone Wars book a while back where we all read different ones.
Oh yeah, I have that one.
I don't know how many stories there were, but like I think Matt read a couple, I read a couple, Kat may have, and Ashley did. And they were Clone Wars stories. And that was fun. And then I did an excerpt from the Kenobi book, John Jackson Miller's book, which I thought was fantastic. I got to be honest, as much as, we all appreciate and love the Kenobi series, I thought they were going to, I wished they had based it on that. Did you ever read the Kenobi book?
I did, and I listened to the audiobook and I listened to your excerpt, and I really wish you had done the whole book.
Oh, that's very nice. I thought he did great though. That was who was it that did that?
Yes.
is,
Not Mark, the other one.
no, Mark Thompson, was it? Mark Thompson, was it?
I
No,
don't think it was Mark
no,
Thompson.
it wasn't
It
Mark
was.
Thompson. It was.
I can picture his face. I saw him at
Yes.
I'm out of this because I
Yeah,
don't know.
But
I'm
I thought he did great, But
He did.
he does a very good Ewan McGregor, and my Obi-Wan by that point had become kind of its own little thing. And so when I listened to mine, I went, "Oh, his sounds better." So I was like,
All the Obi-Wans get together, like, no, you're the better Obi-Wan. No, you're the better
all
Obi-Wan.
the Obi-Wans, what do you think? I don't know. What do you think? No, I think you're very good. Oh, hello there. Hello there.
It'd
Hello
be the
there.
most polite argument ever.
But someone would end up losing a limb at some point because
Yes.
Obi-Wan
Someone
can't
would have the
help
high
it.
ground. Ewan McGregor has the high ground. If you saw that picture of he and I at Star
Yes.
Wars Celebration London, where we
One of
didn't
my
get to meet him,
favorites.
and I've got the goofy look, as I said, on my face, but he is like, you know, a foot taller than me easily, it seems like. So, yeah,
He's
he's a
got
tall
lifts in
drink of
his
water.
shoes. I'm just kidding.
And if he's having a good hair day, that adds another like 6 inches
Even
because his
more,
hair
right?
is
Look
so
at that.
voluminous.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
need to like spike mine up like
Yeah.
I used to wear it. Now, do you remember, the movie 16 Candles? Do you ever watch 16
Mhm.
Candles?
hmm
And some of the other, and the Breakfast Club and stuff.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Anthony Michael Hall was in
Yes.
those. He played the geek, the nerd, right?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
he and I are about the same age, and we were, so when those came out, I was the same age as him, and I looked exactly like him. And I used to get stopped. People used to stop me and think I was him. I've
No
posted
way.
pictures even before, but it's funny because now he's a big guy. He grew up, and I
Mhm.
never did. I see him at Comic Cons now, and I'm like, I need to just go. So believe it or not, we actually used to look just alike.
That's
But,
funny.
yeah,
How funny.
funny.
Oh man, Breakfast Club. I grew up with that movie.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
it's supposed to take place somewhere around here in a town that doesn't exist, but
Well, and then they made the library in the gym, right? There was the
hmm
school
Oh
that they
yeah,
shot it
yeah.
in. So that was all a set, which was amazing. But the
yeah.
original cut of that movie was over 3 hours.
Oh
Oh,
my gosh, really? I'm
Yeah.
kind of
I mean,
not surprised.
I could
Yeah.
see that happening. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish they'd
Yeah.
release it, because John Hughes had made a cut. It was that, but
Yeah.
tragic. So yeah, so I loved his movies. And so I wrote a movie called The Comic Shop that I'm still trying to get made at some point. But
Yes.
it just
Yes.
basically the
Yes.
Breakfast Club meets, Cheers. It's like
I love this so
That's a
much.
it's
great
it's the
mashup.
Breakfast Club set in a comic shop because
Yes.
these kids are waiting in line from five different kids from five different walks of life, waiting in line to meet their favorite voice actor. And he's, the mystery is this guy going to come because he's never been seen before and all of that. And so the whole movie is the five of them getting to figure out why are they there? What's their specific reason? Kind of
Mm,
like it was my homage to the Breakfast Club. And each one of them's story as to why they want to be one of the first five people in line. Because the first five people in line get this special package from the voice actor. And
yeah.
so,
Oh,
yeah.
that's cool. Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that project because I know
Yeah.
we had talked about it last time you were on. And can we crowdfund it?
Well, I guess that's the thing is maybe I should just do that. I thought about, I mean, so my producing partner is actually working on a really huge, big budget movie right now. And he's going to be in different countries shooting and stuff. And it's all still kind of top secret. But I'm like, the bummer is because he's busy. I can't like get
Yeah.
this more,
Mm.
but I don't know. I mean, I guess I should. I always, I don't like taking people's money. I always feel bad. I'm like, oh, I don't want to. So
But
no,
I
no, we should
mean,
crowdfund. I go, yeah, but then I feel bad. But like, yeah, but they won't feel bad because you'll make the movie, dummy. Oh, okay, yeah. It's like, and they'll be a part of it, and they'll feel good about it. It's like when you go to the
Yeah.
Comic Cons. I always
mm-hmm.
feel bad. But
Mm-hmm.
I had somebody say to me once, Concetta Parker, who Concetta was my publicist, and Concetta is a wonderful Star Wars aficionado. She had a Star Wars wedding and all, and we love
Oh,
Concetta. And
great.
she said to me, she said, James, you don't realize people get in line and then they talk to each other and they make friends and they make community and then it's all this they have in common
It's
and then
very
they get
true.
their time to meet you and then the other person's rooting for you and then vice versa and then
Mm.
afterwards they share stories and it's this wonderful time and I went, oh, okay. So I guess
Yeah.
it would be the same thing for if I, it's like I'm always like, I don't want to put anybody out, I don't want to bother anybody, but it's like it would just make your movie, dummy. So anyway,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sitting
people
on the
want the
script.
opportunity of giving, like, of supporting you in some sort of tangible way, and
Yeah, it's true.
it's it's
I will
something
take
that
that. I will hear
we've
it.
seen it with our podcast. It's weird to
Yeah.
have people who want to become patrons because you feel like we're just talking, but then it does
Yeah.
build community and it gives people And I'm speaking as your fan, like the chance to
Yeah.
support your work and help you if that's what you want because we
Okay.
care about you. And
Yes.
Well,
they
thank
did
you.
that with the Miss Fisher movie. That was a TV
Oh
show
yeah.
that they wanted to turn into a movie, and they didn't have the funding. It's very
Oh,
expensive because it's set in 1930, and they
oh, wow.
crowdfunded the whole thing and just gave people parts as extras as like a reward, and
Oh, that's
it
awesome.
became a movie.
We love Miss Fisher on this show.
I've got to check that out.
Oh, it's great.
What
It's
is it
very
on? What
cute.
service is it on?
It's on Acorn TV, but you could
Oh,
probably
okay.
rent it on Amazon. It's just surprisingly delightful.
Yes.
It's a British show?
It's Australian.
Australian.
It's Australian. Oh, okay. Because I have BritBox. Do you have BritBox? Do you know that
It
one?
might be on BritBox. You can
See,
check.
I'm wondering if it is. I'm going to check tonight because that's pretty much all my life that I watch.
Yeah, it's fun.
She's a
It's like
great character. Really
yeah,
That's
dynamic
awesome.
and fabulous in every
Okay.
way.
I'll check
Smart,
it out.
you
a
know.
lady detective in the 1930s.
Yeah. Well, we love all those detective shows. They have a lot of them on BritBox. There's one
Yeah.
called Shakespeare and Hathaway, which is very goofy and
Mm.
How
fun, and I
fun.
like that one because we love. In fact, I'm gonna if y'all get a chance to watch Shakespeare and Hathaway, it's these two private investigators and then their assistant Sebastian. The actor is so wonderful. He's great, and he is. I like that's the best role in the world because they always make him go undercover, and he's
Oh.
this good-looking young guy, and he's got this wonderful, British accent and all.
Yeah.
But he does wonderful voices, and
Oh,
he's so
nice.
talented. And I'm like, man, that guy should be like a movie star. He's so good. So, yeah, that's we watch that. We watch as one of my favorite all-time favorite shows is called As Time Goes By, and it
Mm.
is with
Nice.
Dame Judi Dench and Jeffrey
Dame
Palmer.
Judi
It's shot in
Dench.
the 90s and the early 2000s, but it's charming. It is about a couple that was in love when they were like 18 and 20 something. He was a soldier in the Korean War and she was a nurse. They met, they fell in love, and then he went to war, and then his letter got lost in the mail and they didn't see each other again until
Oh,
38 years later they reconnect,
Oh,
and it's a
wow.
comedy, and it's hysterical, it's sweet, it's charming,
It
and
sounds like
Judi
it.
Dench is so good at comedy.
Amazing.
She's brilliant.
she's
So
hilarious. I'm gonna have to check that out. That sounds like
yeah.
just like something I would love. But anyway, we're trying to promote you, James, not the.
No, no, no. So okay, so no, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, because I mean, my idea, as I shared before, I'm sure, was that I want the art from everybody and stuff to be in the movie. But yeah, I mean, and this movie would not cost that much. But I just so I made a movie called Hidden Blessings, which we've talked about before, probably. But a young man in it, Mason McCarty, he played my son. He played the prodigal son, the
the
younger
old,
son.
the
Yeah.
younger son.
And so,
Mhm.
yeah, and he's actually been getting a lot. He was in one of the what's that horror film with the clown, the scary?
Oh, it.
It?
No, not it. This new one that is awful. They're like
There's
they're like
another?
terrible. Yeah. They're like really bad. Um, I would never watch them, horror
Yeah, I
films.
don't
Like
think
I
it's on
too.
my
I can't
list.
watch horror.
No.
Yeah.
the creeper one or what? It's in one of the new ones, the Terrifier. That's what it is, Terrifier.
Oh.
Oh.
And he's in
Mm-mm.
Terrifier
Mm-mm.
3. And but so Mason and I have been talking, and I want Mason to help me produce this movie because he's got a great eye, and I'm like, oh, we should do it. So I just ran into him at a place that we frequent, and I said, okay,
Nice.
we got to meet. So now you all saying this
Yeah.
is also as well. So now, okay,
Yeah.
I hear you,
Yes.
God. I'll
Yeah.
try to make a
Universe
movie.
is sending you
I
signals.
mean, you've
I'll
got
take it.
two right here who are willing to support
That's
you.
right.
And really,
Oh, and I mean, it would be great. I'd have to sneak you into the movie somehow. That's the thing. So yeah.
we're easy to
Like
sneak. Look, we're
we
both wearing
can do
black.
it.
We can
Yeah.
we can go incognito.
Okay.
You can just make our outline like Hitchcock, and we'll just step into it
That's
and
all.
then step out
That's
again. And
It is a fun movie. I mean, I really, if you'd like, I don't do this with anybody, but I can send you both the script if you'd like to read it.
My gosh. That's
I would love that.
I would love that,
Would
but
you?
that's on you. That's up to you.
Okay. No, I'll send you the script. I'll send
I
you the
would
script
love
and you
that.
can read it.
Lauren,
'Cause
we
we-
should be together for this.
I know. We'll have a little session. We'll read next to each other on Zoom.
Yeah,
You read
yeah.
way faster than me,
I do read fast,
Leanne.
but that's okay. It's okay. We'll do it
Oh, see,
together.
my wife and I are like that. My wife reads so fast, and she
I
goes,
read
"I
so
don't," and
fast.
I go, "Yes, you do. We were reading earlier today together," and
Oh.
it's like she beat me by like a mile. She reads so fast.
But then again, this would be a script. You got to kind of savor that. That's something you got to
Yeah,
slow
you
down.
got to
So
read
I,
all the actions
yep,
and the
yep.
descriptions
That's
and the
different. It's a different
things.
type of, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
I'll
would
send it to
love
you.
to.
Okay.
I say yes. Lauren, yes.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Okay, good.
We will keep it top secret, we
Oh,
promise.
yes.
Okay, thank
And
you. Well, I know you would. That's why I'm
Oh,
asking.
I
And
said
then
we can
see
cut this
also,
part out if you want.
no,
And
you don't
then,
have to cut it out.
okay.
It's
All right.
fine.
All right.
It's fine. I want people to know that's how much I trust you there,
Oh, well,
and that
thanks.
I appreciate your opinions on it, and I'd love to see what you think
Oh,
of it.
oh,
Yeah.
that's really nice. Thank you.
No, no, you can be honest, and that would be the uncomfortable part. Is you're like, oh, James, we read it.
we
How about
never.
that?
I just don't see that happening.
There were
No,
so
I'm sure
many
not.
words on the. It was there was so many, and the
Good
letters you
words.
chose were. I mean, the black and white, the white page with the black letters was really neat.
Your
Okay.
typing skills are just
Yes.
really up
Well, see,
there.
I have to give my wife credit for that because she corrects everything I
Oh,
do.
there.
So yeah.
Oh, that's me. That's me. I'm that person. Oh,
Are you? Yeah.
yes. Yep.
Do you like
Yeah.
it?
I do.
Do you like?
I do. I
Yeah.
love it. Yeah, I do.
Now, see, because when you both are on this and I watch and I listen, you're both extroverted because you have to be because it's a podcast. But are you both introvert, extrovert? How, like, I don't know. I don't know.
I am deeply introverted.
Okay. I assumed that because when we met, I got that sense that you're introvert. Yeah.
I'm scared to death of coming up to people and talking. Leanne, one time I was like, look, it's Mads Mikkelsen. And she like took a photo over my shoulder. I'm too afraid to
It was
talk to
her
people,
going.
which is, yeah, it was a terrible photograph. But
That's great.
I've taught myself to get over it because I'm sole proprietor, like
Yeah.
self-employed. So I have lots
Yeah.
of clients and I have no problem whatsoever being on stage or speaking in public, but I don't
Mm.
like that one-on-one staring into each other's eyes. That
Yeah.
I feel my introvert comes out a lot in that scenario.
Okay. Leanne.
I am technically on the line. So
Okay.
I I get very tired. I can be gregarious and in a group of people, but I have to like pull the plug for a day afterwards and
Yeah.
be quiet and be alone. So I do okay extrovertedly, but then I really have to I need my alone time just to kind of recoup. But
Yeah.
That's what Comic Cons have done to me
yeah.
is we go to the shows and there's thousands of people and then there's hundreds of people that come up to the table and hello there, how are you? Yes, wonderful. Oh yeah. Oh, you like Johnny Test? Oh, he's totally awesome. Yeah, but front. Oh, I can do Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon. Oh, oh, well, wait a second, Doc. Great Scott, Marty. I'll go through the whole thing. And then you do that literally 300 times in a day. And then
Yeah.
you go back and you stare at the wall in your hotel room. People are like, oh, do you write when you get into that? And you're like, no, I get home, I go back, we watch
Mm.
Golden Girls. Like if it's a good
Fabulous.
hotel,
Nice.
the Golden Girls will have, what is it? Is on like Hallmark and there's two different channels. There's CMT and there's Hallmark that are
Yeah.
and that's the first thing we look for when we get into the room. Turn it on. Okay, good. CMT's on. Golden Girls starts at 11 and goes till 2 in the morning. What.
Comfort show.
Yeah.
It's so easy to just turn on.
Yeah. So there you go. That's me. But that is my unplugging because yeah, it is a lot to do. And the thing is I truly mean it. When I meet folks, I'm truly invested in their lives because
Hmm.
Yeah.
again, there's no reason why I should be the luckiest guy in the world to do what I do. And so it's just the grace of God. I'm so grateful that He's given me this gift and the ability to do what I do. That when people come up and go, oh, it means it's like people go, don't you get sick of saying hello there? It's like, why would I get sick of saying something that makes people happy? It's
Oh,
like
Yeah.
it's the best. So yeah.
this
Well,
is
that's nice because sometimes you
yeah.
see people who do get kind of cynical about it and they don't want to be asked about things anymore. I do
I
wonder though
know.
how it I've seen it just at your table where people come up, everyone who comes up has some like heartbreaking example of how you've helped them through, and I have one of those stories too, like the
Yeah.
worst periods of their life. And
Oh,
people put that on you. That must be a lot to carry in your heart.
it is. Yeah. Like when I say to people, I'm praying for you, I mean it, and I do. But it's also what a wonderful gift and how fortunate am I to be able to do that. It's like
Yeah.
but yeah, I think about people and Ali and I. So when my wife is Allison, I call her Ali. My daughter is Lydia, and when Lydia was working with us, she no longer does now. The three of us would then, on the way home, we'd say, "Okay, favorite person of the day. Who was the
Oh.
best? What was the best
Oh.
story? Oh, who do you love? Okay,
Oh,
and
Yeah.
all that." And we still do that now, just Allison and I. But it's pretty great, and there's some amazing stories. There's wonderful people out there. So I can't wait this
yeah.
next week as we wrap the year. These last two shows will be in San Francisco and Columbus, Ohio, and then the holidays and all that. So yeah,
On to
and
Yeah.
my
2026.
yeah, my daughter just moved out, so she's got her own place, and it's very exciting for her. But it is weird for us because now
Oh, I
there's this
bet.
whole wing of the house that is empty. So we're
Yeah.
like, what do you do with that? So movie theater, I'm thinking,
Yeah.
but
Maybe get a pet.
we had a dog. His name was Elmo,
Oh.
and he was fantastic. Before, so Elmo he was 12 when he passed. He held on 3 months
Mm.
before Lydia. So we adopted Lydia from China, and the first 3 months of Lydia being with us, Elmo held on, and then
No.
that was it. And so
Mm.
it hit my wife so hard that I go, "You ever think?" And she's like, "I can't. I just can't."
Yeah.
And I understand also though, it's like animal lovers here would be going, yes, but that's the reason you got to do it again. And I agree. So we talk about
Yeah.
it a lot.
Oh.
But oh yeah, pets are amazing. So yeah.
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 My parents won't get one, even though they had pets, then they had four children. And my my dad, I'm like, don't you want the dog again? And every time he comes to play with my dog, he's like a little child, and he's like, no, no,
Yeah.
I like giving the dog back to you.
Yeah.
He's
I
like,
mean,
I like being retired and an empty nester. So
there's something nice about just handing it back, right? I mean,
Yes.
and
Yes.
visiting.
Babies are like that
Yeah.
too. But
Yes.
yeah, I mean, it's for us because of the travel. It was like it
yeah,
just wouldn't be fair,
Yep. Makes
for the
sense.
last many years because we did
you
talk
just
about it
gotta
at one
get
point.
papers for it that say it's an emotional support animal.
Oh,
That's
then it
right.
can go everywhere.
So okay, so what? That's the thing. So I am a big. I was scared to death of dogs as a kid. I got bit
Hmm.
by dogs 4 times as a kid.
Oh my
I went from a
gosh.
pit bull to a Chihuahua,
Ooh.
and
Oh.
then one of my best friends growing up had these two wonderful dogs. One was a chocolate lab named Misty, and that dog made me love dogs and made me feel
Oh,
safe with dogs. So I
Oh.
encourage anybody watching who has kids that are afraid of dogs. It's like get them because once I was around them, then now I love them. But I always so Elmo was a mutt. We got him from a rescue, and
hmm.
he was like a Jack Russell Chihuahua mix, but he was the size of a Jack Russell, but he had the tan coloring of a Chihuahua, and he had the
Oh.
big ears.
Oh,
Hmm.
But
how
he had
cute.
all of the
So
best
cute.
qualities of both. He was a really sweet dog, very loving. He wasn't yippy. He wasn't. And my wife always said, he's like you. He's tiny, but he has a big voice. So his bark was big. He thought
Oh,
he was a big
wow.
dog. It was like, "Roo, roo," but he was this little dog. So it's
I
very funny.
love that.
That's cute.
That's
Oh
really
my gosh.
cute. Do you have any
So I
pictures
don't
to
know.
share?
You know,
I mean, not to put you on the spot now, but at any time, have you ever shared a photo of?
I don't know if I've ever posted them or anything
Oh,
on Instagram. I guess I should, but
well, I was
I have to
just
yeah,
go dig a
curious.
family album out
Yeah.
somewhere.
I mean, if it's trouble, don't worry about it. But I was just saying.
yeah. No, I need to. I will send you. I'll send you a picture
Okay.
Oh, we would
Oh,
love it.
and I have recordings of him barking actually,
oh,
That's
because
cute.
I worked in radio at the time, and I worked in radio comedy, and so I would write, voice, produce, and record comedy bits for radio stations across the country.
yeah.
Everybody from Rick Dees and Howard Stern to all in between,
Oh,
and
wow.
so I would record these fake commercials and comedy bits. And anytime we needed a dog sound effect, I would have. And Elmo was great at taking commands. And so I would do
Oh.
these. And then I could, if I needed to be even bigger, I could pitch the voice down and
Oh yeah,
or
sure.
up high.
Sure.
But but okay, so here's what I did do. I'm giving you all this is you have to know. I'm giving you all like this is just like hanging out with James.
It
I'm
is.
giving you-
That's the
I
beauty
know
of
we're not
this.
talking about Star Wars. I'm sorry, but
No,
So-
we just wanted to talk to you.
Yeah, that's all.
I would make movies because it was at the time, it was in the 90s, early 2000s when I got my first iMac, which was that,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
and you could plug a camera in. iMovie was new and you could make movies. So
Oh, yeah.
I would make Christmas movies with Elmo, and it was Elmo's Christmas.
Oh, I
And I
love
made-
that.
So maybe what I'll do is I'll send you both a link to see Elmo's Christmas.
That would be
That would be so
amazing.
great.
Yeah,
Aw.
and you can see what a
Ah,
wonderful dog. he is.
that's great, and a good way to honor Elmo too.
That's right.
Yes.
And how much
Aw.
I spoiled him, actually, because it
That's
was all
good.
about him opening all of his Christmas presents. This is before
Oh.
we had a son. So it is literally him opening, tons of Christmas.
I love that a lot.
We do that with our dog too. Even our family gives gifts to the animals. It's-
Oh yeah,
it's
that's a
important.
must. It's a must. Yeah,
They know when there's a present coming. They can
Oh,
smell
yeah.
they
it.
do.
Hail goes.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 So now all of that then to say the holidays are upon us.
Yes.
What then do you have your traditions? Do you have like holiday traditions, both of you?
No. Yeah.
Yes, we do. In my family, we always do Thanksgiving, and then the next day we meet up and go buy Christmas trees together. And it's
Okay.
like the kickoff of the Christmas season.
I like that.
Mhm.
I approve.
Give Thanksgiving its due, right?
That's right.
Yes.
It's my favorite holiday.
Me too,
Actually, it
James.
really is.
Now they're putting Halloween up in like July,
Oh.
which is insane. So I can't.
I think I probably, you may have met, I think I mentioned on my podcast, my neighbors across the street, the day after Halloween, they put up their Christmas lights.
That's crazy.
And
That's
we
too
have
early.
a glass
Early.
door that is our front door, has a big glass window. So everywhere I go in my house, I see these Christmas lights. And it actually, I'm not a Scrooge, but it does drive me crazy. Oh, I got to because I love Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So it's like I want to celebrate Thanksgiving. And if I'm seeing Christmas right here, you're getting in the way of my Thanksgiving, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
I like each holiday to have its due. And
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. My family always did Thanksgiving, did the Thanksgiving thing first and then Christmas. And I
Yes.
come from a very large Italian family. So for Christmas, we did
Oh.
the Feast of the Seven Fishes, which is pretty traditional.
Yeah.
7
Oh,
different
that's cool.
seafood, fish related dishes. And then it's kind of a big
That's
deal. Everyone had their
amazing.
part in the kitchen, in my grandmother's
love
kitchen. Yeah, it was pretty special.
Now I'm Italian on my mom's side. I'm Italian. I don't
Yeah.
know if you know that.
Right on.
Campo
No.
Basso, yes, was the
Right
name.
on.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, I'm full on both sides. And what's interesting is my mom and dad met they were high school sweethearts and they rode the bus together because my
Oh.
mom's side and my dad's side live on the same street. So it's very easy for me at Christmas just to walk to the other house. When that family got annoying, I would walk then to the other house and then just go back and forth. So it was
That
very
is awesome.
it was
That's
very
beautiful.
convenient. Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
cool.
Do you
So
know
we did
my
that.
parents were high school sweethearts also? Did we ever
That's
talk about
nice.
that?
I don't know that we have. I don't know.
And did you know that my wife and I are high school sweethearts?
I love
Are
this.
you really? This is
Yep.
great.
This?
Now I feel like if people fall in love in high school, I'm like, are you sure? But back then, people were more mature, I think.
I think
Yeah.
so. Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, we met in marching band.
Oh, great.
Do you know what I played? Do you know what instrument I played?
I was going to ask. I don't know.
Ah, this is tricky.
See if you can figure out what
Didn't
Obi-Wan played.
you said your wife stood behind you, right?
I was actually the marching instructor. She was a underclassman. She was 2 years
okay.
behind me.
Oh.
So I actually taught her how to march. And so
Did you play it like
Oh.
drums or did you play like saxophone?
I'm guessing trumpet.
saxophone.
Saxophone.
Okay. Saxophone is amazing.
Yeah, yeah. So I played alto and tenor.
Do you still play?
No, not as much as I should. Not
Yeah.
as much as I should.
Yeah.
And my wife played flute and piccolo.
Love piccolo.
I'm sure you had a great embouchure, and that's why you're also a great voice actor as part of
There you
it.
go. Yeah. So and then in my early 20s when I was a DJ, I also played in a lot of bar bands and stuff. And
Oh,
so everything
nice.
from
Cool.
Huey Lewis to In Excess and all any of
Yes.
the 80s rock bands that had saxophones in it, they'd have me come up and play,
Very
the
Nice.
solo
nice.
and stuff.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. I actually, do you know the band Toad the Wet Sprocket?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they are from my hometown of Santa Barbara, and Todd and Glenn, and they before they became Toad the Wet Sprocket, when it was just them writing songs and stuff, they actually had me come over and play a couple of saxophone parts for some songs they were working on.
Oh my
So
That's
that's
gosh.
kind of
cool.
my claim to fame with them.
How
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I wasn't very good. That's the problem. And so they probably so they went when they did Toad the Wet Sprocket, they're like, we're not doing any saxophone. No.
So I just have to ask because Clarence Clemens, the
Oh yeah.
saxophonist
Oh
for
yeah.
E Street Band,
Yep.
could you do the Jungle Land solo if asked?
Oh,
Could you do
goodness, no.
any of the famous big man saxophone?
Yeah, the funny thing is, I do remember some of the hooks that we would, because at that time,
Yeah.
I was in school, it was very big. And yeah, and then and then at Christmas time, Springsteen's, Santa Claus
Yes.
is coming to town.
Yes.
You
Yes.
And he had the little, you have to, so when you play, and you play like Clarence Clemens or Lenny Pickett or any of these guys, David Sanborn, there's this kind of, they make the saxophone kind of growl.
They do.
You know
Yeah.
how they do that?
No.
You actually growl
Their
in your throat.
Yeah.
I was a percussionist, so I can play nothing.
I'm the only one in my family who doesn't play an instrument. My mom
Is that
played
right?
clarinet and my dad played trumpet. But because my mom was in jazz band, she had to learn saxophone also.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Nice.
because I
Yeah.
was in jazz band.
They met
And,
in band, like you and your
they
wife.
did.
That is so cute. That's amazing. I didn't meet anybody in band when I was in it, clearly.
I wasn't even in band. I was in choir, but not in band.
I was in choir as well.
I was
I
the
like
only female
choir.
who did a full drum set.
Good for you.
Yeah, at the time.
Well,
That's
I hope
fun.
I haven't taken up too much of your
Oh my
time.
goodness. Please, I told you.
Never.
Please.
But it's been fun.
This has been amazing.
Are you standing? So you're like, can I please sit down now?
No, what I mean, I stand if I'm doing so that's my my voiceover booth right there
Yeah.
behind the TV
Yeah.
poster.
Yeah.
And I stand for sessions there, and I stand for 4 hours
Amazing.
in
Oh,
one spot with headphones on,
I
doing all
mean-
my stuff. So I'm very used to it. I'm a stander.
Just before we go,
Yes. Yes.
do we want to give them some rapid fires?
yes.
Sure. Yeah, let's do
Okay.
it. That's great.
We did this last time, but we switched up
Yeah.
the questions.
Okay.
Would you rather wear a cape or a poncho?
A cape.
A cape?
A cape.
Hands down. Exactly.
Absolutely.
I thought of you, Leanne, when I wrote that.
Is there a particular cape in Star Wars that you favor? It could be
Oh,
Lando's, it could be Vader's, it could be Krennic's, it could be
There's many
anybody's.
to choose from.
There's many capes. And
they all have those like the little chain,
Yeah.
and thing. And
yeah.
it's curious to me. That seems like that would annoy me. Now I've worn a Lando cape because Billy D and I are friends, and on stage I would put on the Billy D cape and the mustache. And we
Yes.
would do pictures and stuff together. And I find that while it looks great, you have to be as cool as Billy D to pull that off.
Well,
Because it's hello.
there
and
is a
it's just-
certain Billy D to it, There's
Yeah,
a
there it is.
Billy D-ness of some sort.
So I don't know. I like the Doctor Strange cape. With the
Oh,
big-
that's
Oh,
a
yeah,
good one.
yeah,
Actually,
again, product of
that's
the
a good
80s,
one.
Collars up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
you know what? If Obi-Wan could get a collar up version of that, he would be even cooler than Lando, I think.
Don't you think that if Obi-Wan wore a cape, it would be that kind? It
You
would be
you
that
got
it.
kind of Doctor
Yes.
Strange. Yeah.
Without a
And it
doubt.
would be just so cool. People's heads would just explode. So we,
Especially if he had
why
the
we
mullet.
can't?
If the mullet
Wow.
sat on the on
Yes.
the popped up cape and it would do
Oh,
this,
no.
mullet Obi-Wan. Why not?
Oh my
Anyway.
gosh.
Next question.
Yes.
All right, this one was inspired by our patron Adela, who asked us this question. Would you
Yes.
rather fight an Ewok-sized Wookiee or a Wookiee-sized Ewok?
Oh my goodness, they're both tenacious. I'm going to hope that the Wookiee-sized Ewok might be so like, what am I doing? They wouldn't have the same fighting skills as a Wookiee that is a Ewok size.
Yes.
Because every Wookiee at one point was Ewok size.
Oh, that's a good point.
Ooh, very smart.
I never even thought of that. I know.
That's the whole Obi-Wan, big brain on Obi-Wan, yes.
Next question. Who is your favorite set of friends in Star Wars? I'm thinking the trio. Now, I know you might be biased. I
am. I mean, well, like characters or people. I mean, like, because, Matt and Ashley and I, we are, and then Kat joins us, and that's
yes.
great. But
I'm thinking characters. Lauren wrote this question, so I'll default to her if you have a specification.
I was thinking characters, but it could be whatever you.
No, I was thinking characters.
Characters. I like Jabba and the dude with the
Kowakian monkey lizard.
Salacious Crumb.
Well, Salacious Crumb, and then but also his guy, his right hand man with the.
Please do the imitation, Lauren. Lauren does the please. Lauren does one voice. Yeah, she does one voice and one voice.
Okay, I want to hear it. I gotta hear it.
I will tackle to Jabba now. I don't do just one voice.
When she's really annoyed and she goes, I talk to Jabba now. She does it really well. Sorry, I put you on the spot.
That was so magical when I was a kid and you saw that. That's the opening of Return of the Jedi. It was amazing. And then, that you will take me to Jabba now.
Yeah.
And Luke Skywalker is the coolest
here.
On the planet.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And then that guy. Yeah. And Jabba's mad at that dude because he's weak-minded.
Yep.
I think I watched my VHS tape of that scene so much it got a crease in it, and I always knew right where to stop rewinding.
I have his action figures still from when I was a kid. I still have.
Oh, wow.
Very nice.
It's a cool one, yeah. But okay, so no, and that's my comedy answer to it. But I get
it works.
Yeah. Okay.
Jabba and Bib Fortuna.
Yeah.
Is that a friendship, though? I'm not sure if that's an abusive relationship.
That's it, absolutely.
That's all our rapid fires.
That's it. That's all we had.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
My favorite Christmas movie. Oh my goodness. See, the one we watch all the time. Is Love Actually.
I love that movie.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, so, I mean, it kills me.
I know some people will be like, James, it's not very, it's very R-rated. Yes, but I don't know. It's a great movie. I love the filmmaker that made that movie. What is his name? Curtis. But he makes great movies. He made About Time. Did we ever talk about Time? Have you ever seen that?
Might have.
With Dominic Gleeson, from Force Awakens. Yes. He's the lead. About Time is a beautiful movie. It's made by the same guy that made Love Actually. And what I love about his movies is there's no the third act doesn't always have this horrible thing that happens. Sometimes it's just life happens and yet it's still the characters and there's loveliness and there's. So I love Love Actually. I do.
I think it's a really important message too, especially now that love actually is all around.
Yeah. And we do our Hugh Grant impression. The Hugh Grant impression when he's walking through.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, "Hi."
Yeah.
And then he looks at him like, "What was I doing? What am I doing? Am I an idiot?" Hi.
Do you do the dance
scene?
Yeah, the dance. Do you do that in your house when no one's looking and you got the music on?
Yeah. I don't know if I listen to, the Pointer Sisters.
Oh, no, but I mean.
I listen to, the Red Hot Chili Peppers singing Higher Ground, but it's the same dance.
It works. Yeah. It works.
We were laughing the other day. What was? Oh, because Flea is in the Kenobi
Oh.
series.
Okay.
And his
Yeah.
poncho is just so bright and colorful.
It
We were
is.
just all laughing.
Yeah.
So as much as I appreciate him being there, that's the thing that I don't get. So Flea's in it, but I wasn't?
I know.
Come on.
Obi-Wan
asked-
Kenobi's not in it, but Flea?
How
What?
cool would it have been, for me to be an alien in the background and going, hello there. I would take you to Daba now.
You're going to think of me now every time you hear
Yes,
that.
I love it.
This has been so delightful, and I so appreciate you both. And that's just you do what a podcast is about. You share, you
Aw.
laugh, you love, you spread that out to all of your fans and the people that are your patrons and the people that listen. And that's why I've always been so happy to be a part of it and all. And I just thank you because you do what Matt and Ashley and I try to do as well. Just love Star Wars, be a part of it,
Yes.
have fun with it, and talk about it with other people. So
Yeah.
That's
thank
really
you.
it.
Obi-Wan approves.
Oh,
That means a lot.
that is the highest of praise. Thank you. And
Yes.
you're just so genuine, and it really, really
Oh.
shows. And having you on is like having a friend, if we could say that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we are absolutely friends.
Kind of recently we do a segment for our patrons called Mindfulness with MTK, and we
Yes.
spend a little time talking about being mindful and being thankful and grateful. And the last thing that we did was 3 things we're grateful for. And Lauren upstaged me and said the podcast, and I didn't.
Upstage. I said I was grateful for you and
Yes,
for Obi-Wan
I
for
know,
bringing
for
us all
bringing us
together.
together.
And that's really you, James, because it was the Clone
Ashley.
Wars
It
version
is.
of Obi-Wan. I didn't even like Obi-Wan until I watched Clone Wars. And it was you and your performance, and that's what made us friends,
Yes,
Leanne
it
and I.
really
and
is. It really is, actually.
You're the start of the ripple, and it just goes from there. So thank you for all of that.
Well, it's incredibly humbling. As a voice actor, your job is to kind of blend into the background and let the character be and all of that. But the other thing it does is being involved in a franchise as big as Star Wars for so many years, and when you have someone as big as, say, Ewan McGregor or Sir Alec Guinness, but certainly Ewan McGregor, I don't ever think of myself as a real part of it. I think of like the lucky kid that got to play over here and he's getting away with it. Like, it's that imposter syndrome, I guess they call it. But so I really appreciate that. And it's when I go to the shows and people say, oh yeah, I grew up with Clone Wars. So, I go like, well, that's amazing. So how lucky am I? Luckiest guy on the planet. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
You are greatly appreciated and loved, and we can't thank you enough for just being a friend of ours and being a friend of the show. Truly.
Yeah, and always being generous with your time, and we try not to irritate you with tagging you in too much stuff.
No, it's good. Please always do. Yeah, because I'm not always on Instagram. I went for a time where I wasn't on a lot over this time where we were moving our daughter and everything too. And I was like, oh my gosh, I got to get back on. And then that's, of course, I get to see Dark Obi-Wan.
Well, we had to.
Yeah. And I did various versions of that hello there, and I like the one they landed on, but yeah. Hello there. Oh, so sassy.
All the texturing you did with it was great. And our friend, our
Maybe
patron,
you get a sequel.
I hope so. Like, just give you your own animated Obi-Wan show. Just, like I said, it's like CNN, but for Obi-Wan. Just like all day.
I love that.
All Obi-Wan all day.
I so appreciate you both. I really do. And I thank you so much. And Leanne, tell your mom I said hello.
I absolutely will. I will point her to this when it comes out. Oh, actually, I might let her into it kind of early, but I'll tell her. I'm going to call her as soon as this is over.
Okay. And to be fair, Lauren, tell your folks hi. And from one childhood sweetheart with his wife to another marching band.
Yes.
Thank you. I will.
Yeah. Well, my best to all of you. And for a beautiful, wonderful Thanksgiving, a Merry, Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. And I'm going to send you my script so you can read it.
Thank you.
Christmas has come early. Thanks, James. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, James.
And the only way I can end it is the way I begin it, right? With instead of hello there, it's goodbye there.
We'd like to thank James once again for taking time out of his really busy schedule to sit down and talk with us, or stand and talk with us. He made time to speak with us during a very busy week. He was getting ready to leave for a con, and it was also the week of Thanksgiving, so we want to reiterate how grateful we are for the time that we got to spend with him. For those who are interested, there's a full-length video interview with him that's available on our Patreon for our Jedi Masters. It has many additional minutes of footage, including different parts of the interview that only worked in video. So if you're interested in watching that, please head over to our Patreon and support us at the Jedi Master tier. You'll also get access to tons of other content. We have lots of additional offerings on our Patreon, including different kinds of video, live digital events, a mini podcast, and much, much more. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Most Things Kenobi podcast. If you'd like to support the podcast by becoming a patron, head over to the Most Things Kenobi Patreon. You can always interact with us on our social media platforms, Tumblr, Instagram, YouTube, and Threads. And don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast player. If you enjoy our podcast, feel free to rate us on Spotify and Apple. And if you need just one place to find all of this, head over to mostthingskenobi.com. Join Leanne and me back here next time. We will be continuing our deep dive into all different things Star Wars and Obi-Wan Kenobi related. So until next time, may the Force be with you, my friends.